Hello, I'm Leanna and I'm a book artist from the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And right in front of me, what you're seeing is a book that I'm working on that I'm going to be giving away. So the good news is you get to see what I'm making as I'm making it. And the better news is if you're watching this at the right time and you haven't entered the giveaway yet, you can still enter the giveaway and this book could be yours. So come along with me, see what I have done. That's a Tim Holtz stamp, by the way. I love using that little Tim Holtz stamp. Now, I have to give a shout out to Cindy. Cindy was watching my last video and said, it would really be better if the video were in the other direction so you weren't seeing it upside down. Those are my words, not her words, but she's basically saying that. And you know what? I completely agree. So I'm fussing with my camera. I've wanted to do that for a long time and I didn't think it was possible, but I think I have my camera figured out. So the next video will actually be in the proper direction. This one, not so much. So you have to kind of put up with the direction that it's in. So I'm doing lots of fun things on this book right now, adding pictures, trimming things, stamping things. I have a lot of the pages already with the anchor pieces on. And so as I'm going through on the pages that inspire me at the moment, I'm adding to them. I'm adding the accents, I'm adding the finishing touches, I'm doing things, but I still have some blank pages that I have to do. So I just added that little glitter piece. Do you guys use glittery things very much? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have one book that's just all glittery. It's just a gorgeous book. This one has a little bit more vintage feel, so I was kind of cautious of where I wanted to put any kind of glittery thing, but I thought that glitter was fun there, as well as that little number I just put up. So I want to add some more texture and movement and just design to this page. And so the perfect way of doing that without adding additional bulk is using these stencils. These Tim Holtz stencils I just love. I've got them on that little hook right there. You can pull them out, look through it, and pick out one that you like. They used to always have a lot of them at the local craft shops. Not as much anymore, but they still have a ton online that you can get. And I'm telling you, I use mine all the time. They're just fabulous. They're easy. They're a great size. Boom. So I'm adding the pattern to both pages to kind of carry the same look throughout. And I've got that little blank spot there. And I didn't want it so blank, but I kept trying. I didn't want, I put a little on. I didn't want it too dark, so I'd go gentle. So I had to do it like 3 times before I had a little peekaboo of a color coming through. On this little black and white, now this was something I got from an ad or a book or something. It's black and white, which is wonderful. But these little inks work great for just kind of stamping and adding a little bit of color, like a little watercolor painting kind of, if you will. So I pulled those out, and while I was at it, you can pick up colors in your page and just kind of do little blushing colors. Like, you can't really see it too much as I'm adding it here, but that little bit of pink actually does make a difference. It picks up the pink that's in the flower, that little pink flower that I have on top. So I did want to dull down that bright green a little bit. You can do that so much with adding just little book pages. And that's what I've got here. Just a little piece of book page that I aged up a little bit. Another designs tip that probably many of you do, but maybe some of you don't do it. A great design tip is to take your pieces and repeat them throughout the book in little different ways. So on the cover of my book, I have a butterfly, and this is a butterfly paper I have. So I'm wanting to take that at different places in the book and just repeat that pattern, just kind of carry that theme on through the book. So here's a few cute little butterflies that I thought added nice little bits of personality. Yeah, I like that on the front, and then you flip it open and there's a pretty nice one on right below it on the page. So that page has come together. So moving on to some other things. This is a great place to put that stamp. Again, I'm telling you, that stamp is wonderful. I like it because it's got the words written in one direction and in another direction. But this is a little thing that I got at Tuesday Mornings. You know how you can get all kinds of different things there. I picked this up there a long time ago, and it has little butterflies, so I thought it worked perfectly here. And then I wanted to once again just kind of carry that look over to the next page, just add it to my little birdie page. Sweet little thing going over the edge, and it makes your eyes, can you see how your eye goes from that left strand and it goes over to the other little butterfly. Now, one of the things, if I had to pick out just a few things that I could have, doilies would be one of them. You can put them anywhere and they just add such personality. They can blend in, or if you want, you can highlight them more with the ink like this and make them pop more. But they're just such a great element to work with. Cutting them up, putting them in holes like this, flipping them in between the pages of your book when you're doing your signatures. Doilies are a must. If you don't have any doilies, you can find them over in your bakery department, for example, at your local craft store. They have them at the dollar store too, which is great. So doilies are a must. Book pages too. I like using book pages. They're free, and you get such great use out of them. So I'm carrying the look over from the other page. So once again, just kind of trying to carry looks and feels from previous pages through, because it makes the whole book then read more like a story. Yeah, you know what I mean. So what I'm doing here, you see me wiggling the book a little bit. I wanted to see how much space I had, because that's going to determine what I do on the rest of my book. So you can fill your book up, and so then you get what we call an alligator mouth, which is absolutely fine to do. I mean, some of the funnest books I know, they're like that. They're just nice and full. But I wanted this one to be able to close up a little bit more. So I'm feeling really cautious now on what things that I pick to fill up my pages. And so here I'm taking advantage of just different stamping techniques. Once again, using the stenciling. And I'm creating just a little bit more of a masculine page here. Once again, Tim Holtz stamps. I'm telling you, I just love Tim Holtz. What can I say? He's just got so many fabulous products. So words add so much to a page. It gives your eye something to grab onto and something exciting to just read and see that adds to it. And then the butterfly, carrying that on through. Another thing, using your little pieces of fabric, ripping them up, you get such a wonderful ragged edge. You can take a teeny tiny piece, and just by placing it under there, it just grabs a little bit of color and just adds such a nice additional feel to your book without it being much. And a little fabric goes a long way. You can have a little bit and you have it forever. I wanted to add a little bit more look there. So this one just seemed a little bit too long and a little too unruly. So I kind of play with it and decide to cut it down. And I decided that's perfect. It doesn't just look too awkward there, but it looks like it adds to the story of the page. So I actually glue it on, and I just slightly wrap the fabric around the tip of the edge. So going back, kind of taking a look at the book again and seeing what can add. And this is how I work. I'll start from the beginning again, and I just kind of flip through, and if I see a page or a spot and it's like, oh, I need to add something there, like I did here, I just thought I needed to add something additional at the top there. Now, it depends on what type of book you're making. Sometimes you don't need anything. You have more clean lines and a clean look, but this has just a little bit more of a grungy type feel to it, more of that chest like you're opening up with just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I do add the little extra things. So at this point, I'm looking through. I probably worked on this, I don't know, an hour and a half. I decided, you know what? I'm done for the day. So I'll be working on it more. Thanks for watching, and make sure that you enter the giveaway if it's still going on. Thanks for coming along with me. Hope you have a great day. Bye.